Hello, and welcome to the Public Good Radio Show Recap. This is Yolanda Hill from the Partnership for the Public Good, speaking to members of the Buffalo Police Advisory Board, including Aaron Carmen of Damon College's Department of Social Work, Danielle Johnson of Open Buffalo's Justice and Opportunity Table, and Stephen Sanyu of Burmese Community Services. They will discuss residents' top concerns about policing collected by the board at 3 recent community forums and their next steps to improve policing in Buffalo. So the first question I have is for Danny, and that is, why was the advisory board created?
So the advisory board was created as a result of some observations made by folks who attended the Common Council's Police Oversight Committee meetings. Those are meetings where Councilman David Rivera is the steward, and several members of the Common Council are also members of this committee. The thing that we recognize is the fact that the Common Council was intentional in creating a space for folks to be able to come forward and speak about issues that they were dealing with in the community around policing. The thing is, we also recognized that because the meetings were held twice a year, that left a lot of time in between those meetings for when things happen, that it left a lot of time for things not to be addressed, you know? And I could kind of see the concern among the council members when something may have happened 2 or 3 months ago and was brought forward at the meeting, and it's there was a sense of I kind of wish we would have known type of a thing, you know? So what we did was members of a Partnership for the Public Good and Open Buffalo came together and created a proposal which we presented to Councilman Rivera, where we proposed that members from the community who are already engaged in policing work or police accountability and who are authentically engaged with our communities, were able to come forward and be able to provide a space where folks could have their voices heard, and a place where advocacy could take place, and also where policy recommendations and best practices could also be recommended. So Councilman Rivera, he was really supportive. He gave the green light for the board to be created. His chief of staff, Sean Mulligan, sent out a call for proposals a call for resumes and cover letters, and every single person who's on the board had to go through the same process. Each one of us submitted a resume and a cover letter stating why we wanted to be a part of the board, and thankfully we were considered trustworthy. You know what I mean? And I don't want, and this is not to say that anyone who applied for it and was not chosen is not. It's just thankful for the chance to be able to serve. In terms of our mission and our responsibilities, there are kind of 3 primary things that we find ourselves responsible for and relate to our mission, which are to advocate for the community and to authentically represent the voices of the community, which is where us being able to engage with the community forums that Aaron will speak about was really important, and providing those best practices and policy recommendations, which we also feel some of the best recommendations are from the community that we look forward to reconnecting with.
Cool. Well, thank you, Danny. And so, the second question I have is for Aaron, Aaron Carmen. And so the question is, you guys recently held 3 community forums. And so from those forums, the community spoke out about different things they were concerned about. Do you mind going over what some of those concerns were?
Sure. So we narrowed it down to top 10 concerns, so I'll just briefly note 3. So one of those concerns was community policing. Residents want to see more officers getting out of their car, walking the beat in neighborhoods, and building relationships with community members. The second thing was concern about racism and white supremacy in policing. So specifically, there's a concern about police officers targeting people of color, and particularly young black men. Though residents noted that they felt and understood this may not be all officers, that when there are officers that act based on racist beliefs and biases, that there's a major impact not just on individuals but on the community. And then the third thing is in relation to body cameras. So residents really want to see less discretion to turn off body cams once the policy is implemented. And that was based on an interest in using the policy for police accountability and for building trust through transparent policing.
Awesome, thank you. And so my final question is for Stephen Sanyu, and that question is, what's next for the Police Advisory Board?
Thank you for asking us. We've been down and we've been meeting a couple months ago with twice a month for the meeting, prepare for the Common Council Police Oversight Committee in the last done with the last couple of weeks, and also our future plan is for we will meet with Sam. It is the Common Council chair is staff, so he required to meet with us. That's one thing. And another one thing is for we will be follow our other Common Council hearing when recently done, and also our possible meeting with the police commissioner, because he agreed to meet with us on the October, the month of the October. That's why we waiting to hear how they are invited for that. And also we know that they have recently moved to new building, so we've been waiting for that. After they finish moving, so they will be contacted to meet again.
Okay. All right, well, thank you guys so much for answering those questions, and thank you all for watching the Public Good Radio Show recap. Again, this is Yolanda Hill with the Partnership for the Public Good, or PPG, just speaking with members of the Buffalo Police Advisory Board, including Aaron Carmen of Damon College's Department of Social Work, Danielle Johnson of Open Buffalo, Justice and Opportunity Table, and Stephen Sanyu of Burmese Community Services. You can learn more about the Police Advisory Board by visiting PPG's website, and also you can visit WBFO's website, and they also have some more information on why the board was created. Thank you guys so much, and until next time, take care.